Hello everyone, this is the Sky Priestess, Dr. Bairavee Balasubramaniam PhD, and I have reached a milestone today, or rather Facebook has. I finally reached the 5,000 friend limit, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't really mean anything. People will come, people will go, some people resonate in my work and some people won't, and that's fine. But I thought it would be a good opportunity to make a video acknowledging that, and at the same time reintroducing myself for some of you who are new to me. Now, I have a website called Bairavee Balasubramaniam.com, basically my name, and in it you'll get an About Me section which tells you all of the stuff that, well, some of the stuff that I've been doing in my life, at least that's fit for public publication. But yeah, I'm basically someone who's been in the public eye ever since I was a child. I was the youngest trainer in my country. I was someone who finished high school in a year, was a certified genius, was on and off stages and TVs and newspaper programs in the late 90s and early 2000s in my own country. And I was always someone who really pushed the limits of what her society could tolerate. And eventually I pushed too far, and then I had to go overseas. And I started my quote-unquote higher education. I went to the US, to Germany, to England. I finished my PhD technically at 25, but I'd already finished it a little bit beforehand, and it was a political science, or rather interdisciplinary political anthropological piece that studied the Indian Parliament, and I spent some time in India to do that as well. I finished that. That was 5 years of my life working through several injuries and finishing a thesis that was about 111,000 words. When I finally submitted it, it was the weight of a newborn baby. So that was a big change in my life. After that, 2012 happened. Astrology literally downloaded itself into my brain overnight, and my spiritual and psychic gifts began activating, and then suddenly I became the Sky Priestess. It was a name that my brother gave me. So what I tend to do on my public platform, on my personal page, is to talk about the parts of my life that I share, the travels that I go on, and it's never really a holiday with me. It's always some bloody land working somewhere, dealing with some ancestral and ancient energetic stuff. I share parts of my life that way. I might also share pictures or videos of my workshops or members of my family, all of whom are doing their own thing, and it's a household of very strong personalities. Or music that I like, or movies that I like. I'm a huge superhero fan. Deadpool is like the best. Anyway, having said that, gotten that out of the system, so I share just a wide variety of things from my life, personally and professionally, though obviously by no means everything in my life. There's a lot that goes unsaid. And I encourage people to come or stay or go as they see fit. Whilst my work is very useful in building community, especially the stuff on astrology or spirituality or the rising, awakening and integration of feminine consciousness that tends to be the flagship mark of the work that I do, it's just something that will either draw you or it won't. And for those of you who followed me for a while, you know that I will cuss the fuck out of any shit that is out of alignment. There is a place for political correctness. There is a place for, dancing the dance of I'm not really wanting to say what's actually there, but you won't find it here. And the birds outside agree. Also not the type of facilitator who will hold your hand and keep you in a safe space when you're processing very raw wounds of trauma. That also needs to be said. There's actually a site on my webpage which tells you why you shouldn't book a session with me. And if you still want to, good luck. But yeah, I guess I'm just kind of rambling on. I wanted to say hello to the newbies and to give you a sense of what you would be seeing following my work, existing as part of my public page. I suffer no fools, though I am incredibly patient, though at some point when my goat really gets riled up, you'll know. I don't exactly have an issue with anger, with hate, with prejudice, having been someone who has often been the target of that since early childhood. I don't have an issue with it, and I don't have an issue with calling things for what they are. my path is one that embraces all parts of your being, as long as you are truly true to yourself. Maybe I'm an optimist. Maybe I believe that when you truly align yourself with spirit, you're not going to harm anybody anyway, which is why I dare to face my darkness. I dare to face my shadow. And I dare to call out shit that plays dress up and pretends to be God. So, it's just a journey. If you're taking it with me, great. If you're not taking it with me, great. It's fine. I don't do pedestals. I don't do gurudom. I don't do pretending to be some perfect being that has everything realized and is ascending into light-based consciousness of the 13th dimension. I would say be here now and do your shit well. But yeah, so big welcome to everyone who's just come on board. Big goodbye to everyone who watches this video and runs away. And big love, whatever you choose. Just be true to who you are and align yourself with the source that expresses itself through you in your body, and you should be okay. That tends to be my general philosophy on most things. So welcome, 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 and ciao for now.